What's up, my friend? Welcome on today's show. Let's give a round of applause to our host of today through the like button, my friend. And let's welcome the director of today's show, our Lord and Creator, the Supreme Being Almighty, by hearing from the book of wisdom here about their strength, might, and goodness. This, my friend, is just before we start. Let's hear about our host of today. The fear of the Lord is pure, enduring forever. The ordinances of the Lord are sure and altogether righteous. They are more precious than gold, than much pure gold. They are sweeter than honey from the comb. By them is your servant warned. In keeping them, there is great reward. Wonderful. That, my friends, is from Psalm 19:9. And that's the goodness of our Creator or our host of today. And now, my friend, the reason that we really here acknowledge our Creator is because we are always on a mission to making sure that in this whole world, everywhere, all our things are united, living in peace, forgiving towards one another, and last but not least, everyone loves their neighbor the way they love themselves. And without the help of those people's Creator, you see that would be impossible. Now, interesting. So, we shall also be giving thanks to our Creator before we dive in and take a look at the amazing videos you have today. Much love to yourself. Just give thanks. Thank you, dear Lord Father, for this day. Thank you for your child, Father, the viewer of today, Father. Thank you for the videos that we have. Thank you, dear Lord, for everything and your breath in us. All glory and honor belong unto you, Father. Give us strength, Father, to go through the videos with love and unity, Father. Help us to impact people's lives out there positively. Be with us till the end and fill us with your spirit. Remember this wonderful soul and bless them. In your holy name, Jesus, we do pray, trusting and believing. Amen. Interesting, good vibes. So, let's dive in.
I'll say it, family. Okay, I need to share something with y'all, okay? So, I just fully accomplished astral projecting and how to do it and the calmness of it. You guys, I will tell you right now, I say to the ancestors, to the Orishan spirits, to my cosmic, tribal, physical, everything, I am grateful. I was shown something through my meditating, and I was really shown something, and I will tell you guys right now that I left my body, went to my job, just by thought. I just thought about all my coworkers and I went to my job. And then I saw my mother, because my mom's driving somewhere right now to go handle some stuff, right? I saw my mother driving. I saw the whole realm. I saw civilizations, y'all, behind the ice walls. I'm not kidding you. Pleiades, Anunnaki land, that is all real. I saw it myself. I don't know how to concept to anyone's brain on what I perceived and understood to overstood. Y'all, there are beings that we didn't, I don't know how to explain this, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I asked my ancestors, my higher self, I'm like, ancestors, higher self, I'm ready to ascend. I'm ready to evolve. Show me the guidance. Show me what I want to see. Show me truth. As soon as I did, my body, I felt the sensation of I felt my etheric, my astral body literally lifting out my body. I felt it right here, y'all. I'm not kidding you. I took a deep breath in and slowly breathed out, and I told myself, I'm ready. And then literally my heart chakra started tingling like crazy, and my third eye, my body twitched. And I literally felt my body lifting out, and then I knew right then in that moment, visualize where you want to go. And I thought to myself, you know what, Toyota, okay, let me go look at my job, okay? I went to my job, and I saw my coworkers and everyone that I've met there, walking, doing their regular jobs. I was like, bro, what? I saw my mother, like I said, driving down the freeway. And then, if I'm if I'm being honest with y'all, I went above everything to see the whole realm. And guys, there are realms that none of you could ever comprehend, understand, or overstand, or any of that. Like, you would have to see it outside of your body for yourself. I understand now why a lot of people that astral project and meet other, like, I met other beings, guys, that showed me stuff. I was only meditating for 30 minutes. I felt like I was gone for 4 to 5 hours. Like, I'm not kidding y'all. Like, I am like, right now, I'm just like, this is all a fucking illusion, you guys. Like, I will tell you right now, I've told you guys this before and I've seen it before, but re-seeing it and just remembering, like, I remember my past lives. I remember now. I remember everything. I remember, and I'm like, yes, bro. Like, I feel great. Ashe, family. Ashe. Peace, love, and light, y'all. I don't know what to say. Peace, love, and light, and balance, chaos, prosperity, abundance, and love to my cosmic family, my tribe, my physical, my ancestors, my spirits, everything. Ashe. Apu tuanu wapu ashkarateka. Light code, bro. What? Like, what?
Seeing things from the corner of your eye meaning.
Things from the corner of your eye, but when you looked, you didn't see anything. But first, my name is Sade. I speak about all things spiritual. If you're into that type of thing, go ahead, give me a follow. Now, I'm not going to do a list on this video here. I just want to talk about it. But the first thing I think about, if you are seeing things from the corner of your eye, please know that you're not going crazy. There's a good chance that not only have you been probably going through a spiritual awakening or ascending, your gifts are expanding at probably crazy amount of speed. And because this is happening, there's a good chance that the spiritual realm kind of already knows that you have access to that. So they're kind of interacting with you, if you will. Now, whether you wanted it to happen or not, there's a good chance that your third eye is wide open if you think you are seeing things from the corner of your eye. Not think, if you know you are, and you're just not seeing it once you look back. The veil is super thin right now, y'all. Like, it's super thin. So it's not a shock if you are seeing things. I think the bigger question is, what are you seeing? That's what, matter of fact, let me know below. What are you seeing? You could be seeing sparkles. You could be seeing orbs. You could be seeing shadow people. You could be just seeing something. I don't know. Me personally, I see all of that. 111 on the timer. Now, I've also heard that seeing things from the corner of your eye could also be a sign that someone is about to pass, and maybe you just have that gift to be able to see ahead of time. Not everybody also, don't freak out, but I just speak the truth. This is what I know. But like I said, at the end of the day, please know that if this is happening, you're not going crazy. You're probably tapped in. Your spiritual gifts are gifting. And it's up to you if you want to expand on it and go a little further. And honestly, if you feel like it's too much or you can't handle it, you could just literally ask your guides to just, simmer down. Let's slow the signs down and they can assist you. Anyways, I hope it resonated. Let me know below. Have you guys been seeing things out the corner of your eye? Like, follow, save, and share to your spiritual friends who think they are seeing things.
Look at this scary video. Look at this guy closely. Are you seeing? Oh, everything is going on normally. A Buddhist in Thailand. Okay, let's keep on watching. Everything is still normal. Tell me if you notice anything abnormal before I do. Okay. It touches some water there. Which water is that? Is that normal water? Maybe it's some magic water. Yo, and it starts going inside the pool. Okay, what's going on here? Oh my God, it's like he's baptizing himself. English people, what's happening? Or is he swimming? Is it like some ritual that people do before they go swimming? What? This is crazy. Oh my God. What just happened? He's now floating. How is this possible? But is it normal for the human body to float? Tell us in the comment section. Is it normal, my friend? This is crazy stuff. I can't believe this. What's up with this guy? How is it possible to do this? Or this is some special type of food, and this is just some magic trick. See, there is a lot of things that these computer things can do. That's why my friend is really talk about honesty. This is crazy.
I think the firmament, pi, and Nikola Tesla's 369 theory are all connected. This video might blow your mind. So I started looking at pi, and you're basically just measuring a circle. I just stared at this image for a few minutes, and then the Bible verse popped into my head about looking over the circle of the earth. The more I looked at what pi actually is, I found out that you can't really create a dome or an arch in architecture without using pi. So then I started to think, are they measuring the firmament with pi? And then for some reason I kept thinking of Nikola Tesla's 369. So in Kings 7:23, it says, "Then he made the sea," I think this is the waters above, "of cast metal. It was round 10 cubits from brim to brim and 5 cubits high, and a line of 30 cubits measured in circumference." So I started plugging numbers into pi to see if these work. Stick with me, this is all gonna pull together and it's crazy. I had ChatGPT run the math on 3.33 repeating instead of the 3.14 number. For a circle with a radius of 10 units, when you replace pi with 3.33, it converts to 66.6. So the biblical value of pi as derived from 1 Kings 7:23 and 2 Chronicles 4:2 appears to be an approximation of 3, but some interpretations suggest it might imply a slightly more precise value, such as 3.3 repeating. So it says the verse doesn't account for the basin's thickness if the measurement of 10 cubits refers to the outer diameter and the circumference of 30 cubits refers to the inner circumference. The true ratio would increase slightly. And here it just breaks down the math. Keep in mind, this is the quantum computing model, and look at what they call the particles. Qubits, just like in the Bible. And we can energy harvest with piezoelectric, pi. And the hemisphere would come out to 999. Keep in mind that this is what a hemisphere actually is. So then I asked it to create an image of a geodesic dome over a flat earth model utilizing 3.33 repeating as pi. Guys, my mind is shook. It has the sacred hexagons, and hexagons are the most powerful energy producers. And it even put in a hexagon grid completely on its own. And it looks like it took an ancient astrology map and applied it to the bottom. It looks just like this, and this perfectly explains why Polaris is in the middle and the rest of the stars rotate and how we get our astrology. Not to mention that this looks exactly like this, and this looks exactly like this. And this is an image that ChatGPT created when I asked it to make a 369-degree circle. How weird is it that it even has the circles on the outsides, just like this one does? So then I asked, how might 3, 6, and 9 be relevant in this model? And it says 3 as the central point from which all else radiates. 6 could represent intermediate points or radial lines dividing the Earth into sections similar to a hexagonal layout. 9 could symbolize the outer edge or boundary often associated with the ice wall, making the completion of the structure, which made me think of the black hole sun model that states that all of creation comes from the North Star and the black hole sun like meeting at the North Pole and then projecting all of reality outwards. So on this model, I think the North Pole would be 3, the ice wall would be 9 because that's completion, and then where we live is 6, where creation and completion meet halfway in the middle. 3, 6, 9. So a lot of us know about the ley lines. Ley lines are basically just energy grid lines that people theorize connect us to free energy. Almost all important structures like the Statue of Liberty, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the pyramids, they all fall on like vertices of the ley lines. I think that the energy coming out of the black hole sun is meeting at the vertices on the 369 geodesic dome. I sound nuts, but whatever. And I think that this is somehow creating the ley lines. Remember, Tesla's whole thing was free energy and harnessing electric. I truly do believe that this is the great mystery around 369 and that it's really just the firmament, and that the pi they give us is not true pi. So then I started talking to ChatGPT about it again. It says, some flat earth theories propose that the firmament has properties that refract or distort light. If the firmament were a geodesic dome centered on the North Pole, the highest point of the dome could potentially create unique effects on the light and visibility. At the North Pole, light might behave differently as it interacts with this apex, possibly creating phenomena like the aurora borealis or other atmospheric effects in this region. This could be explained by theories that suggest suggests the dome has refractive or reflective properties that affect how we perceive light and celestial objects. In this model, the geodesic dome might influence air currents and weather patterns, particularly if the dome is seen as a barrier containing Earth's atmosphere. With the North Pole as the dome's center, circular or spiraling weather patterns might radiate outward, contributing to the concept of the polar vortex or other weather phenomena that start from the poles and move outward. This also validates climate zones, and this scripture blew my mind when I realized this. So this is when he comes back for his bride. It says, "The voice of my beloved, behold he comes, leaping over the mountains, bounding over the hills. My beloved is like a gazelle or a young stag. There he stands behind our wall, gazing through the windows, looking through the lattice." Do you guys know what it's called when you weave pie crust together on top like this? A lattice. Pie. It's measuring the firmament. This is a lattice. This is a lattice. They're both pie, except one's a pastry. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's coincidental. I don't think it is. I think God is like hilarious. The first person to accurately estimate pi was literally named Archimedes. They're telling us. I don't believe most of these people in history were real. And if they were, there was like fake stuff about them. And think of the word piety. It means religious or holy. Pi. They're saying that the person operates in a way of like being beyond the firmament. Like they're godly. They're complete. Fibonacci spiral. SPI. Spiral. Pi is in there. Piano starts with pi. The piano has 88 keys. There were 88 books in the original Bible. There's 88 constellations divided into 7 octaves. 7 is God's number, and cycles of 12 keys. In the book of Enoch, there's 12 stargates that the sun and moon come and go from. Pine cone. The occult worships the pine cone. The pine cone has 369 in it. Pilot. They are flying across the skies next to the firmament. Epiphany. There's PI in there. That's the revelation of Christ. Pineal gland, which is shaped like a pine cone. It has 369 built into it. Pioneer. Pioneer. Creating something. You're pioneering it. Let me know what you guys think, or if you have anything to add to this. I would love to hear it, because I'm so interested in this topic, and I'm like mind blown at the images that it created and like the pieces I was able to connect. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm completely crazy. Don't listen to a word I say.
So now that we all know and confirm that aliens are in the ocean and space is ocean, let's talk about how the Bermuda Triangle is a portal to space as well. Bermuda Triangle is a portal. There's a pyramid under the Bermuda Triangle, which is a stargate. What is a stargate? A stargate is a device that allows rapid travel between distant locations in the universe by bypassing the intervening space. So this is how these beings, this is how these mythical creatures be able to transport themselves from one place in the universe to another place in the universe. This is where your mythical creatures of the ocean comes from, such as the Kraken, such as the Hydra, such as sirens and mermaids. A lot of these mermaids are located in the Bermuda Triangle. Why do you think people just end up missing? Why do you think airplanes just end up missing, or anything that goes through there? Is because that portal is another way to a dimension. Now let's talk about the hollow earth. The hollow earth is the origin of us humans, of the titans, of the mythical creatures. If you watch the King Kong vs. Godzilla movie, it shows you how there are certain portals around the world where you can access to the hollow earth. This is how Godzilla was able to emerge from any locations around the world. When King Kong was transported to go to the hollow earth, it was always through water. There are beings in the hollow earth that has certain type of crystals and certain type of high intelligent technology to be able to open up portals for you to go through. And the way how you can possibly access to get to the hollow earth, you got to go through Antarctica.
Oh, crazy, more crazy stuff. Oh my God. Guy, a cloud burst. That's just lots of rain at one time. Oh, this is crazy stuff. Look at this scary footage found. What do you think happened with this tree? It was frustrated. It decided to move and take a look, or maybe have some good time enjoying the air. Look at this. Oh my God. Someone left their shadow chilling somewhere, and in other places. Look at this. And all these footages, my friends, they are at night. If you notice, you see. So there's crazy things that happen at night, and it was made that it is at night that we are always sleeping. This is crazy stuff. Why can't we sleep during daytime, and at night we get to see how these things work, like these ones? You see, Anyway, it's just for entertainment purposes. You share your thoughts on all this. Look, huh? Where is this place? Oh my god. Did you see that? A ghost lake or a dark creature? Oh, such things.
I'm in shock. This brilliant man named Andre reached out to send me proof of the fabric of reality being a living, conscious being. He made a video about this and said it's completely changed his views on life and his faith in God.
Our universe is a giant spider's web. I'm not speaking metaphorically. The glue that holds everything together is made of mites. These creatures are not just a part of life. They are life itself. And these fibers form the very fabric of the cosmos. They produce fibers remarkably similar to spider webs, binding everything we know into a unified whole. I am Dr. Andre Gazan, a physician who graduated in 2014 from the Universidade Federal de Rio Grande do Sul, the most prestigious medical school in southern Brazil. In February 2021, while working in a hospital emergency room, I became convinced that the facility was infested with Sarcoptes scabiei mites. My curiosity led me to ask a deceptively simple question. How can I identify a scabiei in the environment? A question no medical or scientific source could answer. Determined to find the truth, I bought my first microscope and began a journey of discovery that I could not have imagined. What I found didn't just answer my question. It changed everything I thought I knew about life, science, and even God. Sarcoptes scabiei, as we know, are tiny, translucent mites with a small solid part that forms their head and four front legs, which together create a triangular shape under dermatoscopy. These mites are typically studied as pathogens that infest human skin, but their behavior in the environment had never been adequately described. My quest to identify them outside the human body opened a window to a hidden reality. Using nothing more than basic microscopes, a kitchen thermometer, and relentless logic, I uncovered something that will revolutionize all human knowledge. What first caught my attention were the bubbles. When I shook a bottle of mineral water, I noticed some of the bubbles didn't behave as expected. Gas bubbles, by the laws of physics, should rise uniformly to the surface due to buoyancy. Yet, these bubbles were different. They moved in ways that defied explanation. Spinning, sinking, accelerating toward one another, and even merging with precision. This wasn't the behavior of atmospheric gas or carbon dioxide. These were creatures. Upon closer examination with a microscope, I discovered that each bubble had a mature mite at its center. Surrounding it were nymphs, weaving inelastic fibers that formed the bubbles. Protective structure. Even more astonishingly, larvae spun inside the bubbles. Tunnel-like core, creating opposing ionic currents. These mites, orchestrating this intricate dance, were not simply organisms. They were architects of their environment. Their behavior is governed by electromagnetism. As these bubbles approach one another, their speed increases exponentially due to ionic magnetic attraction. When they connect, it is a deliberate and coordinated act, orchestrated by the mature mite at the center. The larvae spinning in opposite directions. Within the bubbles, tunnel generate ionic currents with opposing electromagnetic poles. This dual rotation stabilizes the bubble and enables its movement through liquids. The nymphs play a crucial role at the bubbles periphery, maintaining its structure and forming connections with other bubbles. Together, these elements, mature mites, nymphs, larvae, and their fibers, create a self-sustaining system that is as dynamic as it is complex. Now, let me show you something remarkable. Look at this sharpening stone submerged in water. You would expect bubbles to remain static, float to the surface, or simply dissolve. But not these bubbles. They actively decide their movement. Some of them choose to sit on the rock, while others leave the rock and either climb upward or reattach elsewhere. Even more astonishing, some bubbles appear to walk across the surface of the rock underwater. At times, one bubble will join another, while still walking on the rock. This behavior is deliberate, controlled, and impossible to attribute to inert gas. These bubbles are alive, guided by the mites at their core, and their movement patterns reflect purposeful, coordinated action. The movement of these mites is guided by two main patterns. First, they are drawn to drier environments. This is why what we call the capillary effect occurs. Science has long claimed that liquids can climb against gravity without requiring energy. But this is absurd and illogical. The truth is that bubble bugs are present in all liquids, and their fibers pull them toward drier surfaces as they escape the hostile liquid environment. It is not a mysterious effect. It is life in action. Second, these mites are irresistibly drawn to heat. When you heat water, the movement you see is not random. It is these mites scrambling toward the source of warmth. They absorb and utilize heat as energy to propel themselves. This explains why boiling milk overflows only when heat is applied, and why water stops moving almost immediately after the heat source is turned off, even if it remains at the boiling point. In medicine, we know that inflammation is both a defense mechanism and a process of tissue repair. Yet, it is also a major contributor to chronic disease. This paradox puzzled me from my first semester of medical school. Through my study of bubble bugs, I solved it. Our platelets are, in fact, immature forms of these mites, and their mature forms are megakaryocytes. When these mites escape the bloodstream and form bubbles in extravascular tissues, they trigger inflammation as they attempt to colonize the area. The swelling associated with inflammation is not merely fluid extravasation. It is the result of bubble formation by these mites. Anti-inflammatory medications and foods, therefore, do not suppress our immune system. They act to control the activity of these mites. Understanding this changes everything about how we approach health and disease. If these mites are everywhere, surviving on Earth, thriving in every environment, and forming the fabric of the cosmos itself, how could they have naturally evolved from simpler beings? Their omnipresence and complexity lead to one undeniable conclusion. They must have been created by a divine intelligence. This was a revelation that shattered my agnosticism. I no longer believe in God. I know God exists. God created a universe where life is woven into its very structure. These mites, the original form of life, are the basis of everything. From them, as evolution teaches, all other species have differentiated. Life and the universe are inseparable. To understand one is to understand the other. I know this sounds unbelievable. I, too, struggled to accept it at first. But you don't have to believe me. In fact, I encourage you not to. With nothing more than a $50 wireless microscope and the courage to think critically, you can verify everything I've said for yourself. This is knowledge the world will not teach you, but it is knowledge that will change the world. The mites I call bubble bugs are not just organisms. They are the glue that holds existence together. They are the evidence of a creator, the origin of life, and the fabric of the cosmos. The universe is alive, and its essence is divine. Life is the fabric of the cosmos, and the bubble bugs are its threads.
What he proves in this video is what we're taught is mysticism and mythology from ancient culture. Every time I watch this video, I get emotional because it is so obvious that we have an intelligent creator. This is for entertainment purposes only, and these are my own opinions.
Y'all, this video is crazy and not for what you think. So they had been looking for, did you see that? They had been looking for the evil eye, an art sculpture that was placed on Times Square and had gone viral locally. And people had been looking for the sculpture itself. Well, they found it. But it's not the sculpture that's grabbed everybody's attention. Listen closely. As he's yelling in the truck, it's not his wife or girlfriend telling him to be quiet. It's his navigation system, the truck's AI, telling him to stop yelling. What? Our AI is telling us what to do now? It's like, what? Take a look at this and tell me what you think. Wait, what is this called?
Department of Transportation, right past exit 6. We are at exit fucking 8. There it is! Fuck! Fuck yes, baby! There's that motherfucking evil eye! What's up now?
Stop yelling, please.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Dale, I found the fucking evil eye!
Where at? Where at?
Department of Transportation, exit.
That's it.
They have it? They have it?
Yes.
They have the eye. He will have to do a little bit of minimal repair, and he'll still be able to sell this piece. What's up now, baby?
Thank you, Jesus.
Fuck yes, baby! There's that motherfucking evil eye! What's up now?
Stop yelling, please.
Oh my god!